Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. Okay, Sag, this is going to be your mid-May reading. As always, keep in mind this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. Things could be opposite and roles could be reversed as well. This will be love, life, and anything in between. Take it as it resonates for you, okay? If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Libra. Don't let the name fool you. I created a channel for Libra and Sagittarius, so if you have either of those placements in your chart, I'm assuming you're a Sag, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I created this channel for those two signs. People always ask me why just these two signs. I'm kind of like a transistor radio that's always able to pick up on the stations or channels of Libra and Sag. Like you guys, I get messages for Sagittarius for no good reason, like in the middle of the night. It's like you're a station I'm always tuned into. So that's why I'm here delivering messages to you guys. So please subscribe to get the messages and hit the bell so you know when they happen. Link to my website for private readings and to check out my other services is down below. All right, Sag. This is an interesting time for you. It is sort of the land in between. And that's a catalyst for change for you, or a catalyst for, I think, like a deeper radical acceptance and what you really need to focus on at this time. And Spirit's saying, even though it's not easy, it's important to embrace an in-between time. Oh, because now is not the luckiest time. So embrace the in-between. It's not 100% time to completely launch something. Spirit does just want you to be at peace and know that you're never alone. But right now is the time of laying a solid foundation. These are the messages coming out for you first right now, Sag. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. What happens when a spider, a wolf, and a beaver walk into the bar? Good things happen. Right now, you're turning knowledge into wisdom. And what that really means is you're taking knowledge from past experiences and learning how to practically apply it in your life right now. And it's helping you make decisions about the future. You're really turning your knowledge into wisdom. It's also a time of making dreams real. I love how the spider is focusing on weaving a web. Weave your web at this time, Sagittarius. Stay focused on those details. It's a time of laying a solid foundation and really needing to embrace the in-between. This is not easy for Sagittarius because you are designed to be restless creatures. Are you not? I know. You already know this about yourself, right? So Spirit really wants you to lay a solid foundation at this time, embrace the in-between, also focus on manifestations. And I see very strong evidence of that in the tarot. We've got the Magician twice, the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. This is a time of development for you, Sagittarius. Either that or somebody really wants to develop something with you. For some of you, it's another fire sign, but I feel like it's a time of development on you. Spirit's saying, right now you have to focus on your manifestation process. The future is very bright. A catalyst or a challenge is leader or leadership. I also see sage down here, sage wisdom. Oh, because I have the Magician twice and the Page and the Eight of Pentacles, some of you are in a learning process at this time. You may be developing a skill. Either that or you might be leading another person through a developmental process. Some of you are teaching someone else something right now, or you're learning something. If you are in the process of learning something, you have a natural aptitude for this. Many of the skills necessary to do what you're learning to do, you already do naturally, but you do need a little bit more development. And you need to practice until you get it perfect. You might be moving into a role of leadership, and it might be about leadership in some part of your life, but the future looks bright. Just focus on your manifestations right now. Trust that your vision is true. Believe that your wisdom and creative powers can manifest what your heart desires. Now is not the time to doubt. Your intelligence and your resourcefulness will forge your dream into reality now. Yes, but understand that the word manifest is not a state of being or state of mind. It suggests action being taken. I like to use the word manifest as a verb. It is a doing. So focus on your doing. Focus on your process at this time. The future looks bright. but we're focused on the future. But what are we doing right now? We're just embracing an in-between phase and we're laying a solid foundation. But a seed is about to be planted. For some reason, before I dropped the tarot, and this gave me chills, it always does, your guides asked me to use my Kim Cran's Wild Unknown archetype deck. I've spoken about this before, about this deck. For whatever reason, I mean, I have almost 300 decks. It's kind of shameless. But for whatever reason, the Mystical Shaman, or I'm sorry, not the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, this archetype deck will not allow me to use it at free will. I pretty much have to ask the guides attached to this deck permission to use the deck, and messages, they tell me no over 50% of the time. Basically, this deck and the guides attached to it won't speak very often, which means this deck is not applicable very often. But every once in a while, for a general reading, this deck will start to sing and want to be used. And your guide said, use the deck. And it makes me very excited because this means that for some of you, something very spiritually important is about to happen for you. But take that as it resonates for you. A seed is about to be planted between yourself and someone else. And this could be important because what came out of this deck, I mean, like I said, I get really excited when my guides say, hey, use this deck. And I'm like, oh, really? This must be an important message. There is a mystic standing at the threshold and wanting to connect to a shaman. A seed is being planted in an empty room. Womb. Yeah, seed, womb, eternal child. The maiden, okay. This is fertilization. Some of you are about to have a baby, but I don't think it's going to be a physical baby. I think a seed is being planted where there is nothing right now, and it has to develop. The seed in the empty room has to develop in the womb, and an eternal child will be born. I love the eternal child. It's an incredibly powerful archetype. Eternal child is an aspect of the true soul, the core self, the true self. The eternal child is basically the essence of your true soul. It's very open and curious and just wants to experience life and just wants to learn. And it feels totally safe to do this and totally safe to be innocent in a learning process. This is interesting. So something may develop between yourself and someone else. This may be part of a deeper spiritual journey for you. For those of you that are in the healing arts and the esoteric arts, where traditional and modern sciences and theories meet, you might meet someone within the next month that you can do some pretty amazing work with. But there is a standing at the threshold. The mystic can see, has psychic and clair abilities. The shaman can practically apply those abilities. Oh, that's why the Page of Pentacles to the Magician is here. Okay, well, some of you are trying to connect with someone or connect with a person that can help you move from just having raw talent and mystical ability and cross that threshold into being able to be practically apply that knowledge and be a true alchemist. Sagittarius is already familiar with alchemy because of the card. When you look at your card of Temperance, you're alchemizing emotion and passionate drive together. So this may come into form, but someone will have to cross the threshold and plant the seed, and then it will bloom. Wow. I feel like it's just a matter of, let's see if I can get that. It's just a matter of crossing that threshold into practically applying knowledge. Some of you are about to stumble upon a teacher. Overall energy of the reading is the Queen of Wands. The way someone's feeling or you are feeling is the Four of Pentacles. You're being seen as the Two of Pentacles. What you need to know or your advice is the Star, and the final outcome is the Magician. We have the World here, Queen of Wands again, and the Sun. Wow. Happy stuff on top of the world. You might be getting a lot of attention right now, Sagittarius. You may also be a world away from someone. This Queen of Wands, initially when this came out, I was like, I think this is all for Sagittarius. It's also possible that another fire sign, an Aquarius or an Aries, maybe a Libra, wants to come towards you, but I also have you over here as the Queen of Wands. I'm picking up very strongly right now that this may resonate for a masculine that has a Sagittarius rising or has a Neptune in Sagittarius, because it has to do with a spiritual gift or ability being developed for a masculine Sag. Whoever needs to hear that, I hope it reaches you. I just heard one of my guides say it might. Well, I hope so. I hope so. So take it as it resonates. I kind of feel like, especially for my feminines, this is all you. Okay, but we've got this Queen of Wands. We've got this feminine showing up, fire sign energy, clarifying this is the 10 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and Justice. Well, some of you have really been kind of through it. Like, life has been heavy. There's been a lot of pessimism. There have been consequences that have had to have been faced. We might be getting some karma for past choices made. And that is not a punishment. I mean, I'm a Libra, so for me, justice is never like a punishment, but it's an omen. It's like we must live with the consequences of our choices. We must be fair and honest and balanced. Yeah, some of you, based on a choice you made, it's like you understand why things are the way they are now, but you felt like, I'm hearing, I still stand behind my choice. 10 of Wands, 3 of Swords. The feminine here, she may have made a choice that has made her life more difficult as a result. But I think she felt like she had to do it with justice here. So some of you, but if this is you, it's like you're dealing with some karma, you're dealing with some consequences, you're having to face the truth of something that involves some pessimism. I'm also hearing that something hasn't 100% turned out the way you really wanted it to, but you haven't given up hope and you're just moving forward, trying to create balance now. 4 of Pentacles is here for the way you or someone else is feeling. Well, 4s are about a solid foundation. So if we have any 4 showing up in the tarot, it does suggest that someone is trying to have a solid foundation. But this is about laying a solid foundation. The 4 of Pentacles is more so about keeping a foundation solid that's already in place. And it's not easy to do that because this guy looks like he needs to like open up and give something away or maybe have something added to it to build upon this foundation. And that's a struggle here. Money might be tight for someone. Someone is holding back and holding on. Clarifying this is the 9 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. Okay. So someone is like ticked off. I feel like someone put in quite a bit of work hoping that something would get easier, and it just hasn't. And now they're ready to walk away. This might be someone else watching you walk away and they're irritated. They might not have wanted to invest in you and they should have maybe. They're ticked off about the way it went. There might have been something that happened in a court of law as well, or something about like taxes or a business, I'm hearing. I'm hearing that some of you are trying to dissolve something with someone and it's just taking forever and you really thought that it would go more quickly. You were hoping it would go better and it hasn't, or someone else felt that way, has felt this way. Someone's like sick and tired of hanging in there and fighting to get ahead. They're ready to walk away. They haven't made that much. If it's for work or business, it's like, it's not enough. It's not enough to get into a feeling of thrive. I'm also hearing that someone like a salary isn't high enough and you're tired of negotiating about that, something like that. A position, something like that. There may also be another woman around you that got what she deserved. She's jealous of you. She competes with you. There was something she was supposed to share with you and she didn't. And you just walked away. Okay. Somebody needed to hear that. But you're being seen as the Two of Pentacles. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Six of Swords. Okay, I think you're thinking like, what do I do next here? You have to balance two things at once. You have to do two things at the same time, or you need to make a practical choice about where to go to move forward. And clarifying this is the Page of Pentacles, the Magician, and again, the Six of Swords. Keep at something. Here is that in-between phase. Some of you are thinking about giving something up. You might have been educating yourself for something or putting yourself through some program or working on something, and it's just like you were hoping it would go better or move along more quickly. And it's just not moving quickly. You might be thinking, well, what should I do now? Spirit is saying, as long as what you're doing is focused on manifestation and laying a solid foundation, don't put don't cash in your chips yet. I'm hearing don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Okay, just like keep at something. Remember, embrace an in-between. The future will be bright. Because it's like, how do I do this? Someone might be trying to figure out how to approach you. There might have been someone trying to get your attention and she couldn't. She can't figure out how. But I feel like this is all you. But here's what you need to know are your advice, Sagittarius, the Star, Aquarius, the hope for humanity. Clarifying this is the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Don't give up hope, Sag. Everything changes, right? With the Wheel of Fortune. What goes up, what comes up must go down, and what goes down must come up. Things that have a beginning have an end, but things are ever changing, ever evolving. Fate and destiny are at play for you now. Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Pay attention to your timing right now. Like something might not be working out. The reason it's not working out, and this is, hold on, give me a second. Not all of you need to hear this, but a few of you do. And it might be hard to hear, but Spirit's saying, say it because they need to hear it. Some of you have been trying to do something that you are not ready to do. You're still in a learning phase. You got a little ahead of yourself. It's like trying to practice medicine without going to medical school almost. It's like you're not ready. You're a magician. You have a natural aptitude. Someone isn't ready. Someone isn't ready to be like the grand wizard just yet. They need to take their time and develop their skills further. They're not ready for leadership yet. They're not, like the future is bright, but they got to put in the work now. They can't put the cart before the horse. They can't take a shortcut. And they have to admit that they're still a bit of a Padawan learner and stop trying to be like the grand wizard when they're not. Someone's just got to keep at something and things will get better. Other people will start to recognize and reward you for what you bring to the table. But I feel like you catch someone, like I think you're trying to come into alignment with someone here. I see you send messages to someone. A feminine sends messages to a masculine. You may get this masculine's attention or this person's attention. Again, it's going to be different for each of you. I'm really picking up that it's like not romantic. It's more career life path. It's like entrepreneurial stuff, maybe a creative collaboration. There are a few of you that a person is very stubborn. They will not give up on something, but they need a bit of an upgrade. You may be their teacher. They may end up being your teacher. You might be able to do something together. But I do think that at just the right time, like there will be this moment of hope and freedom and renewal, and there will be some kind of a breakthrough in the middle of the month. Like, I also think that some of you you have this like brilliant idea and you share it with someone else. And this might have been a person that you tried to do something with in the past and it didn't work out, but now you might want to do it again. Something like that. But the final outcome is the Magician. Clarifying the Magician is the Ace of Swords, the Tower, and the Eight of Pentacles. And here's the Queen of Wands and the Sun and the World. Wow. New beginnings here. Someone, I think this is you. I'm hoping it's you because this is cool. Some of you are going to have like this massive breakthrough. It's like Thomas Edison. He kept blowing up the lab and trying to make a light bulb and blowing up the lab and trying to make a light bulb. Trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, you got it to work. And now it's on to the drawing board. Someone is on to something here. There's going to be someone's like figured something out, a way in. This is what I want to do. This is where I'm going to go. I'm going to make this happen. Yeah, I'm hearing it may involve the internet. It may also involve, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Tower, the Knight of Wands. Someone may want to move for work. Some of you are feeling kind of restless, but I am seeing a happiness. So I'm actually going to start with you because I was like, oh, I think you are the magician that have this like breakthrough idea and you are going to reach out to someone. But it could be in the reverse, but we're going to start with you, okay? Queen of Wands, again, that's how you see yourself. Eight of Pentacles, again, you're working on something. You're looking at the details. And then you begin to sense something with your intuition. You may see something, look at something, sense something intuitively. You're drawn to something. I wanted to know what you were drawn to. Your intuition is guiding you right now. Clarifying the High Priestess, though, is the Eight of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So you may think that someone is saying something. Okay, I'm hearing a couple different messages. First of all, you may think that someone is trying to communicate something to you. Don't bet the farm on passive-aggressive communication. Like you shouldn't need to use your intuition to figure out what someone's trying to tell you through text messages. I have the Eight of Wands here. But there could be something here, but I would try to figure it out in the 3D, like through a conversation. But I feel like you look at something, you're working on something, and your intuition guides you to want to send messages and get this King of Swords involved. It's also possible, again, I'm hearing the masculine. This is actually a masculine. They may be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but Sag is like their rising or one of your bigger outer planets, in particular Neptune, Uranus, or Jupiter. Anything involved with advancement or breaking patterns or spiritual growth or the Jupiterian growth, which is like laws that help us expand. Laying a foundation for things to be in place that help people expand. For a masculine, a woman may message you, or you're going to think she's the perfect person to help me with this. It could be romantic, but I'm sensing it all on so much. Like this is a high vibe reading. I should have said that at the beginning. Like I think this is a high vibration reading. It's going to resonate more with personal life path and spiritual development. It's not so much about romance. Even if on the surface it's romantic, it's about something else. But I feel like there's going to be messages. I mean, I don't feel like it. I can see it. There's going to be messages sent. You may be sending this King of Swords a message, or you may sense that he's trying to tell you something. Again, I strongly encourage you not to just sense it, to clear that up in reality. Because the High Priestess does not indicate that your action is wanting to clear something up. Also, just FYI for the few of you that need to hear this too, you cannot use your intuition to will a person to communicate with you. Why don't you just call them up or text them yourself? Drop your pride and ego and go for it. Because there's someone I think you're supposed to reach out to and talk to here. I think you want to, but I don't know that you're going to take action yet. Maybe you're still laying a foundation. Maybe you're not ready to plant the seed. This might be the invitation to plant the seed that I'm seeing. And it's part of the manifestation process that someone's trying to focus on. And I was like, okay, so what's Sag doing? Think outside the box. I see potential and dangling a carrot. Yeah, I think you're the one dangling a carrot. Please understand that's not derogatory. It's like saying to someone, hey, I have this idea. I had this breakthrough idea. I want to talk to you about it. What do you think? I'm thinking outside of the box and I see a lot of potential here. I want to put this in front of you. Tell me what you think of it. So you may receive messages like that, or you may feel the need to send messages like that. That's the seed that's being planted between the mystic and the shaman. And I really like what I saw over here. Again, take it as it resonates. Things could be in reverse. This person sees themselves as the Wheel of Fortune. The way they feel is the Tower. And their action towards you is the Page of Wands. And I'm like, okay, this person might be the one to message Sagittarius. However, if you message them, Sag, and this is the King of Swords that you're messaging, this might really spark their interest, because I feel like this person just sort of goes through life and is moving along. They feel like the Tower and the Star is here. So they might have been through something. They might be going through something very dramatic, either internally or externally, where like they might be looking to like really shake things up, make major changes in life. They might also have gone through some unfortunate stuff and some difficult stuff, but it has not deterred their desire to be open to life. This person may feel like you communicating with them really changes everything for them. It might really excite them. And here's why I say that, because, hang on, I can't pick up cards today. I filed my nails down and I was playing the guitar, and now I can't pick anything up. So what I'm seeing here with this person towards you is the Ace of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. This is a lot of pages. And yes, the heart chakra is opening, but I'm really feeling creativity. And look, the third eye in the Mystic card, the third eye here over the Ace of Cups. It's almost like there is a sudden awakening here for this person. It came out. It came out because for them, out of my oracle deck, I have sudden realizations and spiritual awakening. They do say you weren't my first choice, and you need to know that. However, they have turned around and they're giving you a look. Also, healthy relationship is here. Let's try again. Okay, healthy relationship, let's try again. But I am questioning everything right now. And I was like, all right, well, what could happen between Sag and this person? Healthy choices, coffee cup, the phoenix will rise. I've changed my mind. Oh, so for a few of you, this was something that like you and this person might have tried to get off the ground in some way, but that didn't really work out. But someone may change their mind. And Cupid's arrow is at the bottom of the deck. Have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation and meeting, and there is a hesitation. Yeah, I think that you surprise this person. There's a surprise encounter, a chance encounter. I also feel like you're dealing with a person, Sagittarius, that either in like personal relationships or career relationships, any and all relationships, they might not have made the best choices in the past, but now they really want healthy relationships and healthy choices. They want to sit down and have a chat with you about it. Like they'll talk with you about it. They may want to just meet for coffee and tell you like how they're rising out of the ashes. Maybe you can talk to them about that. Cupid's arrow will strike. Now, keep in mind that could be truly romantic, or it could just be like emotional, the heart chakra opening up, something creative. So they may, like, there's communication and a desire for things to come together. And Spirit is smiling upon this. Strength of character is important. Yeah. And the Ace of Pentacles. Someone may be getting a job someone may get a great new job in Leo season. Didn't I say that last year around this time? I think I did. It's like things play out in cycles. But I feel like this can go in a good direction. Like there's a spark that's happening here. I wanted to know just a little bit more about this person for this side of the reading, for the general reading, but I am going to do an extended and we're going to dive into this further because I'm sure some of you aren't thrilled to know that you weren't this first person's choice. You weren't, but they are having sudden realizations and awakenings. And I'm like, all right, well, what can you tell us about this person now? They are a wanderer like you. They may have Sagittarius in their chart. That's the I Ching hexagram 56, the wanderer 26, containment of potential, but hexagram number 1, gene key number 1, creative power 54, careful affection and treading carefully. Mutual attraction and innocent. They're innocent. They want to be, it's an innocent attraction. This person is a wanderer. Well, I mean, they're the wheel, the tower, and the Page of Wands. That's definitely a wanderer. They contain their potential. They have a lot of potential, but they do not unleash it at this time. probably because they wander and they don't hold still. They keep their potential contained. They have creative abilities. They have the gift of creative spark. A careful affection. I love the way that's worded. They have affection for this potential connection between the two of you, but they are going to be careful and they are going to tread carefully. There is a mutual attraction, but it's very innocent at this time. It needs nourishment. Okay. So if you've got some kind of a great idea where it's all about like crossing that threshold by planting a seed, you and another person could come together and do something really amazing. But just know, Sagittarius, that the most important thing to focus on right now is moving towards the future by laying a solid foundation now. Really stay focused on your manifestations. You're probably moving into a role of leadership in some way. And even though you might not have been this person's first choice for like a job or something to do together or a romantic relationship, something is happening here. This also might be like something you're doing out in the environment where you're like, all right, I'm just going to ride the wheel of fortune. Yeah, things have blown apart, but I'm going to investigate all the wreckage here and see what inspires me to open my own heart chakra. But I think that there's like mutual attraction happening, spiritual awakening happening, seeds being planted. Okay, but stay focused on the foundation. I am going to do an extended reading now because I feel like you guys just had this great idea and you're sharing it with a person, and maybe shit didn't work out with you guys in the past in some way, but it might work out now, or maybe this is a brand new opportunity. I think I want to see where this could go because they are going to respond to you, but I want to know if this whole "you weren't my first choice" thing is going to be an issue for you later. Yeah. All right, Sag. So that's what's happening mid-May. I hope this resonates and I hope it helps. Link to the extended and my website are down in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sag. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.